Let's move on. Our next speaker, he knows everything about transportation in cyber universe. CIO, co-founders of kicksharing. Egor Bayandin.
Привет.
Приветствую.
Всем привет.
Hi, guys.
Он очень удобный. Присаживайтесь. Как добрались?
Замечательно.
How do you get here? How was your road? It's great. The scooter topic is like super relevant in our city. And a couple of words. Why scooters, e-scooters are so popular in Russia, in Moscow?
Они популярны, потому что это удобно.
Because it's convenient. But I can say that
Пользуюсь по несколько.
almost every day I'm using it, like I'm making several trips a day.
Из офиса съездить на какую-то встречу.
From my office to go to a meeting, to go to lunch. It's super convenient. Because if you're stuck in traffic, it's bad. What does CIO of the Whoosh company does?
То есть это очень сложный
That's a hard one,
очень простого продукта.
Ну, я думаю,
Like a big job for a simple product. I think,
тем он сложнее внутри. И с этой точки
the simpler product looks, the more complex it is inside.
самокат это
And each e-scooter is basically like a mini computer on wheels.
еще большая.
And you also have like a big server infrastructure, which is like combining all of that, doing all of that.
Это нужно развивать.
And you've got to develop it, you've got to support it, you've got to maintain it.
Может ли
This is what I-
в обозримом будущем электросамокат
Do you think that in foreseeable future e-scooter can replace a different transport like a car, electric car?
Вопрос часто задается. Ну, смотрите, вот метро же не заменил.
Yeah, people ask it oftentimes. Like, Metro did not replace car, and vice versa. And e-scooters will not also. They are, they are
Именно короткие поездки.
just closing the niche like a last mile, like a short trips, because it's not convenient to do it on the public transportation because you gotta go to a bus stop and wait. On the car, it's gonna take a lot of time because of the traffic jams. And
Я думаю, это
so I think e-scooters,
общую архитектуру.
they build themselves into the transportation network of the city, and they're helping people to be more efficient in moving about a city.
не просто фан,
So it's not just entertainment, but it's something, it has like very practical function. Yeah, not an entertainment at all. And when we had a concept of them, we had a concept not as an entertainment, but basically as solving users' problems, meeting their transportation need. And today we've been discussing IT in Russia in different countries. What about trends? What about trends of your business and your focus area? That in Singapore you cannot find scooters, and in some European countries as well. There are no scooters. How can you explain it? And what are the Russian trends?
В первую очередь смотреть непосредственно на конкретный
First of all, we have to look at a specific city.
Сингапур.
If we're speaking about Singapore, in Singapore,
Развит именно транспорт с точки
they have public transit transportation, metro, subway, and it's quite a dense city, and there are a lot of different kind of interchanges because of the climate.
Если смотрим
It's too hard to be outside. If you look in different cities, let's say St. Pete or Moscow, I think the scooters are working very well. They are complementary to the urban transportation, and also probably like a Paris. What's in Paris?
спортивное событие в этом году важное.
There'll be Olympic Games.
Смотрите, здесь история больше от,
С контингентом,
You
который...
know what? It's
не
It's
совсем
about those who live in Paris. No.
каким образом
No.
организовано. То есть
It's about how you organize traffic in the city
транспорт, он должен быть
and public transport. Public transport should be safe,
в Париже с этим
organized in Paris.
поэтому
There were some problems with that, and that's why authorities in Paris
такое решение и приняли. Вот
made such a decision. we want to pay a lot of attention to that, not only our operations team, but also technologically. That is why we have a lot of solutions, to maintain the order. Like we have a Telegram bot, which tells like if the scooter is standing or it's falling, they come and they put it up. There was like a big win. Yeah, you guys go out and you put them up, put them back up. Sometimes people even pass by this scooters like lying on the floor. They come and pick it up. Or if there are special zones and for scooters, and there are some big companies on the market involved in kicksharing, how do you deal with your competition who building this business? It's the same market, but I believe that we're partners because we do the same thing. We are helping people, and we have very close communication with them. So you can stay in touch online. Yeah, this is unique. That's a rare example when you can develop one market and communicate it like that. It's hard to say, but I think it's the right thing to do, because sometimes we can help one another. We can, discuss some challenges. I think it's correct. And again, if you compare the Russian market and other countries in many areas, for some reasons, technology and stuff, like an example of kick sharing and scooters, what are the Russian achievements? Why Russia is better than any other country in this respect? I cannot give you a specific number, but by number of scooters, Russia is number one in the world. In terms of the high-tech component and things that are on the market, I've never met anything like that. So I believe that we are the leaders, even of the global market. Let's inspire maybe your future colleagues. What are the new things, new ideas, and implements you have in your company, or you have in your app, or in your scooters? What are the new offers? Today, you'll be surprised, we switch on Whoosh key functionality all across Russia. It enables you to start the trip without taking your phone. You come to a scooter, but how do you select? It's a magic. Speaking of magic, now it's going to be painful, a little bit painful. Sometimes I have unplanned question. Sometimes there are days when I cannot park my scooter. What would you suggest? And also, I will not plan. I actually prefer Whoosh because it's a high quality, it's great. But some days I can park even it takes more time than the driving time. Is it Moscow? Yes. Best city for work.
Это по понятным причинам, потому что самокаты ни при чем, связь при чем. Но что можно сделать?
It's not about the scooters, but what can be done to make it easier? Speaking from the user side, it's very easy. You come to a parking lot in Moscow. There physically, there's a boundaries. You leave your scooter at the parking lot. You finish up the trip. If you cannot complete it, you can go to the high-tech, photo. Here's my thing, and people will complete your trip. Thank you. This is the magic. Yeah, of course. And you also mentioned that you and your competition, guys can develop the market together. Can you take some technology from them and copy them, or it's like a BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. They have different features and different gearbox, and
Ну, безусловно, мы смотрим друг на друга, потому что
Sure, we're
с
looking
точки
at each
зрения
other
конкуренция способствует
because I
развитию.
believe the
Она не
competition
позволяет
is
тебе расслабиться и просто
conducive to development.
наслаждаться
You will
тем,
not
что
just
происходит.
relax and enjoy what's going on.
Постоянно находишься в тонусе, потому
You're
что
always, like in a
наши
high
коллеги по
tonus
рынку, они
because our
большие,
colleagues on the
сильные
market, so
компании,
competition,
которые
they're
не
big
дают
companies,
сдвинуть.
strong companies,
Вот, и
and
с этой точки
they kind of
зрения,
keep you in
да,
shape, in this
периодически
sense.
мы
Yeah, some things,
смотрим, как сделали
some
коллеги, и
things
пытаемся
we're looking and
переосмыслить. И
seeing
если
what
видим,
they've
что в
done,
этом есть польза
and
для
if we
наших
see that
пользователей,
this could be used
то
for our
мы берем.
users, yeah, then we take
Еще
it.
я
We take it.
заметил, опять как
I've
пользователь,
also noticed as a
что
user
начали появляться на самокатах
that
номера.
on your scooters you got
Это что,
numbers.
мне может штраф прийти?
Ну,
What does it mean? Like somebody can find
на
me?
самом деле, даже когда номеров нет, вам штраф также может прийти, потому
Actually,
что
even without numbers,
есть
you can get a
определенные
fine.
правила оферты, которые
There are
говорят,
certain
что
rules,
можно
and
делать, чего
they say
нельзя.
that what you can
Если
do, what
вы
you
злостно
cannot do.
нарушаете, то
If you
есть
are
штраф за
violating
штраф.
traffic rules,
Номера в этом
definitely you can
смысле
get
Если мы с вами
get.
вдвоем поедем, правильно? Если вы
If
поедете
you and I will
на
ride,
левом
for example,
вы
in a,
будете вот так.
if two of us on one scooter,
вообще нельзя, не
no, you
рекомендую,
cannot do this.
советую
I do
не
not
поступать.
recommend to do
Ну
this.
и тогда
И
я
даже
могу
если
ехать, а вы,
No,
ну просто мы можем в любой конфигурации,
which is
но
because like
лучше сэкономить.
you know what I
Ездить
mean to
вдвоем
save
это
to save.
очень опасная
Riding
вещь.
together is very
Я думаю, те,
dangerous,
кто
very
ездит
dangerous.
на
I
мотоциклах,
think
знают,
those
что
who are riding
возить
motorcycles,
пассажира,
they know that you
который не
cannot
умеет
take a
ездить
passenger.
вдвоем, нельзя.
If
Вот. И то же
the
самое
passenger is
здесь.
like does not know
Когда
what
ты
to do,
остаешься
you
вдвоем, у
better not
тебя
do it.
по-другому
So if you're
распределяется
two of
центр
you,
тяжести.
there's a center of
Меняется управление
gravity which is
самокатом.
different.
Плюс
You manage it
мотосамокаты не
differently,
рассчитаны на то,
and
что
also the braking
много людей может стоять на
is not good
самокате.
for two
Вот
people standing
поэтому здесь
on a scooter.
однозначно ответственность
So
нужно
definitely,
только,
my
только
answer
по
is
одному.
you have
Хорошо,
to
я еду
travel
один,
like
вы
one person
один на самокатах
per
Whoosh. За что нас могут
a
оштрафовать?
scooter. How can we be fined? Like, what could be the reason for
За
finding us?
неспешивание на переходе, например. Есть правило,
For example, for not
в
getting
котором
off at
прописано,
the
что нужно спешиваться
cross section.
на
There
пешеходном
is a
переходе.
rule. So if you are
Соответственно, за это
crossing,
может быть
pedestrian crossing,
различный
you gotta
штраф.
get off.
Мы не
If
будем
not,
штрафовать, наверное, сразу, но как минимум предупреждение скажем вам.
А как это
definitely going to give you a warning.
происходит?
How does it happen technically?
Если мы говорим про Москву, то в Москве
Speaking of the city of Moscow,
где камеры
there's a
видят
pilot projects, cameras. Cameras can see you, CCTV, and they send it over to you.
сотрудник
In other cities, this could be
сказать о том, что вы нарушаете
like
правила
a
дорожного движения.
policeman
То же
can
самое,
come up
как
to you
и
and say to
в
you that you're
Америке.
breaking rules.
Мне кажется,
Like if you're crossing the road,
ДПС тоже на самокаты
and I think that we also give them like scooters until they will be able to catch up with you,
ДПС для самоката.
or to make a special,
У нас, например, есть
like a team,
и вот он
a special like a police team, kind of sort of like
и всех тогда
watching over those scooter guys, and you can.
Это бы было отлично.
It would be wonderful, actually. It's a good idea. So last we have like a ad session. What are the drawbacks of those scooters in Moscow?
Самокатов как у транспорта.
Наверное,
Like a means of transportation? Yeah, probably yes.
крайне сложно и некомфортно перемещаться, когда на улице идет дождь или снег, например.
If it's raining or snowing, it's very difficult and uncomfortable to move on a scooter. Or if you need to go
Куда-то далеко, я не знаю,
like a far
20-30
way,
километров, то
long distance, like 20, 30 kilometers, you can do it on a scooter, but probably you will not get too much enjoyment from this trip. It's you have to find something else. What's the life of a one
Некоторые
service life,
которые чуть-чуть
service span of a one scooter?
с учетом того, что у нас самокаты проходят, обслуживаются регулярно в течение
You know,
сезона.
we do the regular maintenance of our scooters, and because like we have a winter servicing, when we fully take it apart, restore it, and put it back together,
Может быть, не ограничен.
its service life could be basically unlimited.
в центральную Россию.
По-разному бывает.
Do they send them back from Moscow to different cities? Yeah, we can relocate. After the winter service, this scooter is in a state of like new,
У него восстановлены
repainted, painted, the grips and everything has been restored. And the wheels, it looks like an absolutely new one, which just came out of the factory.
Давай.
Can we talk about yourself
Сейчас
a little
пока
bit?
оставим самокат
Yeah.
на парковке. Сколько лет вы в Whoosh?
How many years have you been in the company?
года.
Since 2018. your foundation. You're the co-founder.
решили, что надо заняться
How did you decide that you will be doing this kind of
Ну, реально.
samokat, or in Russian,
CIO,
or
Whoosh.
a scooter?
Классно. Я когда
It's
читал
good to
про
be
него,
like
я сразу
CIO. When I've read about you,
как
now,
он понял,
how
откуда он
how
знал,
did he get it? How did he get this idea?
Вот.
I didn't know for sure. I didn't know for sure.
У меня всегда было
But
желание делать
I've
что-то, что
always
приносит
wanted
пользу
to do
людям,
something
чтобы это
which will
было
be great
полезно.
for people,
Вот.
so people could see it,
И то, что я
kind of visible
рассказывал о
benefit.
проблеме перемещения в
And what I
Москву,
was
ну, это
saying
было
about the
еще
problem of
недавно,
moving into
когда
Moscow was even before,
и
even
когда
before the
появилась идея о
scooters.
том, что
And when we got this idea that this problem could be solved, I thought, hey, it's a good idea, it's a class idea. We can do something new, we can do something which will help people to solve problem, mobility problem.
Вы как раньше решали проблемы передвижения в Москве?
How do you move about in Moscow before scooters?
Раньше я работал офис в центре города, и нужно, например,
Like, let's say
встреча
I
была у
work in a
нас
downtown and I've had a meeting
в компании, которая находилась недалеко от Красной площади.
in a company like not far away from the Red Square.
Немного.
How would you
Можно
get
было
there?
поехать на такси, но это долго.
You could get a taxi, but it takes you a long time, like 40 minutes. You could go by subway. Again, you gotta go to subway. You gotta go take a subway, get out, get in, get out. Takes too much time.
Пешком пройти.
Or you could walk,
Было лето, была жара плюс 30.
but because it was like a summertime and like a scorching heat, it's bad. It's bad. So you had to choose. You had to choose to walk by foot or by metro or by car.
Вы когда
A
куда-то
personal question now.
поедете,
When you first came here, when you then
ставите на паузу?
do you put it on pause, your scooter, or do you complete the trip?
Ваш самокат.
What if it'll be like stolen or driven away, and you have to go back?
Самокаты были всегда в наличии. Ну, то есть,
Well, the goal is for them to be always available. I mean, the scooters, that is.
может быть, пару раз, когда я приезжал,
Yeah, maybe a couple of times when I would come, I would get out, and
потому что
I would get out. There's no my scooter, I would go to next parking lot,
Вы относитесь к людям,
200 meters.
которые имеют свой личный самокат. Большой.
What do you think about those who have their personal scooters,
они герои
electric, big? They are heroes.
Они вам не портят
They
бизнес.
are heroes.
нисколько.
Но они же
Do they kill your business? No,
самокатов Whoosh. Они
no, because
быстрее и опаснее.
they're different. They're like
Безусловно,
faster.
на мощном самокате нужно
Yeah.
обладать дополнительным
If it's stronger,
в его управлении
you have to have additional skills of how to drive it, ride it.
больше 200
And if it's a capacity of over 250 watt,
сим, то есть
it's not
индивидуальной мобильности. Это
it's not like a personal mobility tool. It's like a moped.
тому, как на нем
Moped,
ездить, где можно ездить.
different requirements of how to go, where to go, or to drive it. Yeah, actually,
Героями, потому что тяжелый
they're
самокат,
heroes because
он вместе с удобством и комфортом несет,
a heavy scooter,
тебе его нужно где-то парковать.
along with the comfort, you gotta find parking for it. It's some headache. You gotta charge it.
Живешь не на первом этаже,
If you live not on the ground floor but on the 7th floor,
бросать на улице,
how do you put it up back?
заряжать непонятно.
Leave it on the street. How to charge it?
И они
So all those issues, I think make people heroes. And also, let's go back to your career.
Просьба пару слов сказать такого вдохновления и
Can you say like something inspirational, like
начать что-то новое делать или как
how do you start something new in life? How do you see an opportunity?
что всегда хотелось помогать.
You know, saying that I wanted to help people. I've always wanted to improve people's lives. But again, a couple more things maybe you can mention, a couple more
Я рекомендую
advice you can give.
всегда, первое, что
I always recommend the first thing I recommend is do what you like.
получали от этого настоящее
Do what you like and get pleasure out of it.
Однозначно нужно быть смелым, не бояться
You gotta be bold. You do not be afraid to do something differently, unlike other people. Be optimistic. Be optimistic.
и
Be optimistic
идти вперед.
and
Наверное, такие
go ahead.
Спасибо большое.
Yeah.
И,
Thank you so much.
друзья, мы будем оптимистами. и
And
будем
friends,
искать,
let's be
возможности,
optimistic. Let's look
потому
for
что,
opportunities.
в 2024 конечно,
Because in
хочется
2024,
вернуться
of
в
course,
18-й и
you want to go back to the year 2018 and believe in those in those scooters and stuff. And a couple of words about your career. Where do you find time to live and build your career? And I also wanted to speak about that for a couple of minutes.
Ну, у каждого, наверное, свой путь, свои правила, но
We all have our own rules for life, but I love what I do, and I never have this like a dilemma, you know. Now I'm working, okay, now I'm not working anymore, because I can, even when I'm at work, I can get kicks out of what I'm doing, get pleasure. When I'm not working, I can still think about, hey, what can I do when I come back to the office? So thank you so much, and thank you for your experience, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.